Hello, my name is Claire, and in today's recording I'm going to be showing you briefly how to create a pattern in the completely free and open source program Patternshop. This is a follow-up to my original pattern video for demonstrating Patternshop, and in this video there will be multiple motifs. I'm making this as a result of a request. If you know nothing about Patternshop, please do go and download it from the link in the description below. As this is the second video in this series, I've taken the liberty of already opening up Patternshop and setting up from File a new document. I've coloured the document with this background colour, and I've also set up a new pattern box from this menu here at the top, pattern, new pattern, and I've placed this in roughly the middle of the document. I've chosen this background colour because today's pattern is going to be all about falling leaves. The pattern square is nice and big in the middle. You notice I haven't been absolutely precise about it. You can be if you want to be. Down here, and these dimensions are locked because I've set them up to be square, and in order to move something to make it completely square and even bigger, if you hold down your shift key and drag there, you see in the corner with your mouse, you can control the size of the square and keep it completely square. If you don't want it to be completely square, just release your shift key and it'll go into all sorts of rectangle shapes. But there we go, we have a nice pattern, I beg your pardon, a nice pattern square, a nice tile in which to place a pattern that's roughly in the middle of our document. Okay, so now let's start adding motifs. I'm going to File and Import an Image. And I've got a whole load of falling leaf motifs here. I like to start with the biggest ones because it's a lot easier to place small motifs round existing big ones than it is to start shifting everything and pop in big ones later. So what is the biggest one? It's probably this beech leaf here, so let's go for that. I'm going to click open and we have a beech leaf. Now it's a nice touch for everything. This is going to be, obviously they're falling leaves, so it's going to be a nice tossed pattern, so I'm going to place it on an angle. As well as popping in the biggest motifs first, I also like to place items around the edge first because that affects the repeat the most. So let's pop in our beech leaf first. Probably best, it's also almost best not to think about it too much at this stage and just keep going. So I'm going to import the next biggest image here. That's an oak leaf. Probably that's the next biggest one. Let's open it, and it actually looks really nice there, but I am going to try and do everything around the edge first. You know, sometimes you just got to go on instinct, and I really want that to sit there on its nice slight angle as it is, so let's pop it there. But let's go back to try to put things around the edge as well. This looks as if it could be quite a big leaf. I'm going to go for that too. And yeah, and this we can turn very nicely. They are looking a little bit organised, but I'm trying to, I'll make them look a bit more tossed in a minute. Let's just get everything around the edge. Okay, oh that's nice, okay. And I'm just going to keep going here, adding in motifs in rough order of size until we have everything in, and then can start playing in more detail. Same process again to add in more. File, import an image. This maple leaf or sycamore leaf is quite large, so again let's make sure that has a good place here. File, import an image. How many leaves have I got here? This yellow and green one's quite large. Let's make sure that has a place too. Now try not to make it too organised. I'm rotating here. You see what I'm doing to rotate, grabbing the corners and then wait till the cursor makes that round shape and popping this here. Oh, we're running out of space. This is actually a good thing. Rotate it a bit more. That's it. Suddenly we have space. Magic. Okay, so everything's around the edge now. Now I can start repeating and rotating even more to fill in these gaps here. Are there any medium-sized motifs also? File, import an image, and oh yes, this purple leaf here is sort of medium-sized. Perfect. He looks very good there. Let's, in fact, is he too purple there? Again, I see what I'm in danger of doing there. I'm actually in danger of thinking too much about all my purples there and there. Let's pop him there to start with. And now I think that's my main large motifs in. So instead of putting in small ones quite yet, I'm going to copy some of these and see, I'm selecting the layer that has this motif. I'm clicking on it and that gives me the box there. And then I'm clicking up here, Edition, because this is a French program originally, duplicate. And like magic, we have another motif, but this one I'm going to rotate by, see what I did? Getting my cursor so it's on that corner, turning it into the 2 arrows, and then it rotates. And then if you put your cursor on the corner there with 2 straight arrows, you can scale, magic, and rotate a little bit more. And begin to pop that there, say. And you can do this for a very long time. I think another beech leaf somewhere would be rather nice, wouldn't it? So clicking here, you don't have to isolate it up there, you can click here. Clicking here with the cursor, Edition, and duplicate. Magic, another one that can be rotated, and I think in this case resized also. Made that bit smaller. Where are we going to go? Actually, it's quite nice there though. I think we're needing more green in that space there. What I am thinking is it's now time for our smaller motifs to begin to fill in some gaps. So import an image. This is a nice small one and it gives us some more green. Long green leaf. And I'm feeling very much that he needs to go somewhere where there's all this purple. There we go. And it breaks it up. And file and import an image. Sorry I'm rattling along, but I'm aware this could be a very long video if I don't rattle along a bit. And I want you to really keep with it and just be able to pick things up. Okay, tiny red leaf here. I hope and it does, it lives up to its name. It's really tiny and can fill in this space here. That's great because ironically, we don't have quite enough red over there by comparison, but we do now. And should we add in another one? Import an image. What have we got left? I think we've probably only got this little yellow one here. Let's pop him in. Oh, he really is tiny. But let's fill in spaces here. Oh, he looks great there. He's so tiny. We can duplicate him immediately. And pop him somewhere else. I'm going to expand him a little bit. This is a raster program, so expanding too far is not a great idea, but just a little bit sometimes it's fine. You can usually cheat in a design very slightly like that. Let's pop him in there for that space. Now you may have more motifs and you may want to add in extra. If you have many more than this, you do have a bit of a problem sometimes with them overlapping. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to reduce this pattern because actually that's one way to do things quicker if you want to. And now, do you see the issue? If you're trying to pick up one motif, sometimes you're crashing into another one and it's hard to isolate the items with your cursor. The way around this is to save this when you're happy as its own pattern and then add extra motifs to the image behind it, as it were. Right now I'm not going to do that, but right now what I am going to do is expand my pattern size just a little bit and keep playing with these motifs, because if you see there's spaces, but these aren't necessarily spaces that need filling in with leaves. These are spaces that we might, well, having said that, we could duplicate the tiny ones. These are spaces that could actually very well just be filled in by moving some of our motifs a little bit. This is what I'm doing. This is basically a question of playing and just keeping going and doing things until you feel they are right. You could actually do this. I'm just reducing that one to make it into a smaller motif. Nice to turn it. Let's pop it there. I have a feeling it just needs to go somewhere. Maybe not there, but you see there, I've had the problem with isolating one of these. There we go. Any more motifs than about this, and we're looking at about 10 or 12. And save your pattern and then work on it by adding extra to this as a saved pattern and a saved image. That would be my suggestion. This is all looking just a little bit big, and I'm going to reduce some of these leaf sizes just a bit to make it a bit more manageable. And again, you can play with this for as long as you like to make it look absolutely perfect. I'm also going to do this. Oh, you see, there's a real gap here. So I'm going to move this boy. That's it. Moves the gap. We've still got plenty around the edge, and it means that that little gap that we're getting in the repeat is gone. This is a pattern. If I were doing this just for myself and not for a demonstration, I would spend a lot longer arranging these. Please do spend longer arranging these. Just for now though, I'm going to save. First of all, I'm going to save the actual pattern. Save as falling leaf pattern. This saves the whole document. Pattern, repeat. At this point, the screen just stopped recording and I hadn't realised. Arg! But not to worry, because all I had to do after that, and all you have to do at this point too, is to save the file in various different ways. First of all, you go up to the top to File, Save As, and then see where it says Documents, Patternshop. You're saving here your entire pattern in Patternshop, so you can come back to it and change it at any time. But to actually export the file in a way you can use in other programs, you then go File and Export the pattern, and that gives you just the pattern tile, the repeat if you will, to use anywhere where you just need to upload a repeating pattern, for example Spoonflower. And finally, if you want to, you can also go to File, Export the document, and what that does is to allow you to save as a JPEG or TIFF or whatever the whole document. In this case, it's an A4 document, the same size as something that would come out of a British or European printer. But the whole document, whatever background you've chosen, and what that will do is to give you a really nice background that you can print out for scrapbooking or crafts or any purpose you can think of, online or off. If you think, oh, that's jolly nice, but actually I don't have the time, I quite like the look of that background, and I'd like the document, but I don't have the time right now, then you're in luck. Because if you follow the link, one of the links below, I've made it clear that it's a free download. You can go to the free download of this background, A4 background pattern, which is on my website, and that will allow you to download it whenever you wish and use it absolutely for free. It's always nice to have credits, lovely to have links back, but do use it, enjoy it. It's my gift to you with my blessing. I hope you've enjoyed this video as well. Thanks ever so much for watching, and have a great day.